Hey everyone, how are you doing? So today we're going to talk about this movie called Promising Young Woman. The story starts with Cassandra, more commonly called as Cassie. So Cassie pretends to be drunk and goes to bars or pubs, such places, and waits till someone comes up to her and, picks her up. And when they try to, get her to their own place and take advantage of her, that's when she reveals that she's not drunk at all. So she takes revenge from these so-called nice guys that, in the moment of truth reveal themselves to be opportunistic. These are just guys that try and take advantage of a drunk woman. So this is her life in the night, and in the daytime she works in a coffee shop. She lives with her parents. She doesn't have any friends. This is the kind of life she is living, which makes her parents worried about her. So the reason behind her taking such extreme step to take revenge is that she had a friend, someone she considered her sister, someone she loved so much. But she lost her to sexual molestation. She lost her to this atrocity. So she tries to punish people who she holds responsible. Now this duality in her life is not known to anyone. She is cut off from her friends and family. It's a secret that she only keeps to herself. So this whole cycle keeps going on until she meets an old med school mate, Ryan, and they start dating. But just when things start taking turns for the better, she is reminded of that horrible past again that made her drop out of med school, and this time she wants to finish it. So basically, Cassie and her friend, the friend who she lost, Nina, both of these were med school students. They wanted to be doctors and they couldn't do that. This incident happened with Nina was horrible, and it's not really shown, but it's pretty evident that she, I think, took her own life. So in this way, Cassie lost her friends. She lost the most beloved person she has had, and she dropped out of med school as well. Now she wants to take revenge from these people. Now she can't bear the people involved in this act being happy. So she wants to finish this for once and for all. So she starts a revenge game and starts meeting these people one by one. She basically wants them to realize that what happened was wrong. But the only person who got punished or suffered for this was her friend. So she meets a friend, the authority at the time, and also the lawyer involved in it. And ultimately she meets the person who was the most to blame. Towards the end, she also comes across this fact that Ryan, the person she's dating, is also the one who witnessed this act but did nothing. So in the end, despite all the risks, she takes the plunge into the unknown and the horrible happens. She gets killed. But again, it's not something she hadn't known. So that was the plot. Now let's get into the details. Now this movie has a lot of feminine elements, and the director, the antagonist, the very issue being raised here, they all prove it. The event that happened with Nina, something that made Cassie who she is right now, is not really shown in the movie, but I don't really think that's necessary because sexual molestation is very common and it's the most underrated fact. It's one of the most common occurrences. But what's even worse is the social attitude towards the issue. Very often we ignore the real problem and keep blaming the things that are hardly relevant. The movie actually shows this reality of how issues like this are treated in our society, how the stigma of it is not as insufferable to men as it is to women. So in this movie, the antagonist Cassie is taking revenge on these people, these so-called nice people who hide behind this facade, keep up with a certain act when they are among other people, and they suddenly change and become something else when it comes to drunk women. Though whatever happens to these people, whatever Cassie does to these people is not really shown in the movie, and that makes me think that it is a bit of stylization, because somehow you understand why she's doing what she's doing, but it really does not feel as effective. In fact, there is something else that I think is a major thing in the movie that should have been highlighted, but it's not. And that is the darkness, the damage that Cassie has suffered. She's overridden by guilt for not being there for her friend when she was going through this. So, this guilt is something that she's been carrying for years, and she basically loathes herself for not being able to help her friend. She is kind of punishing herself by not living her life. She gave up on her dream to be a doctor. So that's, I think, a fact that's been overlooked. I mean, it could have been portrayed in much darker ways, but it's really good as it is. The lines and the dialogues in the movie are very common. In fact, we hear them all the time. It's not strange at all to see these things on screen. I mean, the other characters, even the women in the movie, they make you feel like, it's no wonder why men treat women like that. It's like men are supposed to do such things when a woman is wasted. Now, this movie shows different parts of Cassie's life as different parts. So, in each part, Cassie will deal with a single person or maybe a single aspect of her life. Also, there are pop of colors, matching themes, matching attire. The whole setup is pretty color matched. In fact, there are occasional pop songs that add to the experience. It's like these songs have their own voice. They match with the current setting, the current scene of the movie. The characters are very well drawn. Carey Mulligan as Cassie is outstanding. I have seen her before, and I haven't seen much of her, but yes, I can say that she is a good actor. She has performed amazingly well in this film. In fact, her performance is the highlight of the movie. I mean, she's strong and she has a reason to do whatever it is she's doing. Yes, she's sociopathic and maybe psychopathic, but you still want to see what happens. Now, Ryan is played by Bo Burnham, and it's actually been quite some time since I've known him. I can say that I'm an admirer, and his new release, Inside, is just pure art, I think. That too, in a way that everyone can understand. I mean, if you know the world right now for exactly what it is, you'll be able to understand what Inside is trying to convey. I think he's good in the movie, and you may call me biased, but I definitely want to see more of him, which is, I think, the exact opposite of what he's trying to say in his new release. Anyway, let's get back to the movie. So, to be honest, I can't really say how I feel about the movie. I mean, of course, it is original. It raises a genuine issue, and which is of concern. But I don't really know how I feel about it. It is good, but I think there is something that it lacks. I can't really put it in words what it is, but it's definitely a good movie. I mean, you don't really have to watch this movie, but you definitely can if you want to. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I mean, if you're watching it till now, I can't really say it in words how much I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching again. Give this video a like if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.